Good morning. We're back with Bus Stop Constitution. My bus stop's that. I don't know if we can see it or not because I can't get the camera to flip. But que sera. We are in my geographical location. I'm at Del Mar and Hanley. There's a Jiffy Lube. There's a gas station across. So did not mark with my pen where we left off. I'm just gonna start the whole page over, but you'll be fine. It's more knowledge. It's good for you. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state in which they shall be chosen. You gotta live where you're trying to jurisdict, trying to legislate. You gotta be there. So it's not just some random asshole across the ocean, across the country saying, these people need this when they don't even know. I got lots of cuss words today. You're welcome. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included in this union according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons. We're talking about the 3/5 compromise, which is not a very good compromise because despite being enslaved people, there's still people, whole people, including those bound to service for a term of years, indentured servants, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of the Congress of the United States, and within every subsequent term of 10 years, in such manner that they shall be by law direct. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000, but each state shall have at least 1 representative, and until such enumeration shall be made, the state of New Hampshire shall be entitled to choose 3, Massachusetts 8, Rhode Island and Providence Plantations 1, Connecticut 5, New York 6, New Jersey 4, Pennsylvania 8, Delaware 1, Maryland 6, Virginia 10, North Carolina 5, and South Carolina 5, and Georgia gets 3. When vacancies happen in the representation of any state, the executive authority thereof shall issue writs of election to fill those vacancies. The House of Representatives shall choose their speaker and their officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment. That's great. Impeachment. Section 3. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of two senators from each state, chosen by the legislator, therefore, for 6 years. And each senator shall have 1 vote. Immediately after, they shall be assembled in consequence of the first election. They shall be divided as equally as may be into 3 classes. The seats of the senators of the first class shall be vacated at the expiration of the 2nd year, of the 2nd class at the expiration of the 4th year, and of the 3rd class at the expiration of the 6th year. And of the 3rd class, the 6th year, I said that. So this is 1/3 may be chosen every 2nd year, and if vacancies happen by resignation or otherwise during the recess of legislature of any state, the executives thereof may make temporary appointments until the next meeting of the legislature, when then it shall fill its vacancies. No person shall be a senator who has not maintained the age of 30 years, been 9 years a citizen. They should, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state for which they will be chosen. The Vice President of the United States should be President of the Senate, but shall have no vote unless the Senate is equally divided. The Senate shall choose their officers, and also a President pro tempore in the absence of the Vice President, or when he shall exercise the office of President of the United States. The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments. When sitting for that purpose, they shall be on oath or affirmation. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. No person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of members present. Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than to remove from office and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. But the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to indictment, trial, judgment, and punishment according to law. The Constitution says that laws apply to the president. The Constitution just said, in the line I read, laws apply to the president. Section 4. The times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof, but the Congress may, at any time by law, make or alter such regulations, except as those to the place of choosing senators. I want to talk about this. It keeps saying choosing. I'm not memeing on y'all. Where is it? Choosing. Right there. Choosing. With a U. Not choosing. Choosing. The Congress shall assemble at least once in every year, and such meeting shall be on the first Monday in December, unless they shall, by law, appoint a different day. Each house shall be the judge of elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members, and a majority of each shall constitute a quorum to do business. But a small number may adjourn from day to day, and may be authorized to compel the attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties as each house may provide. Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and, with the concurrence of 2/3, expel a member. So we could throw out folks who aren't doing what they're supposed to, if people agree. Each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same, excepting such parts as may in their judgment require secrecy, and the yeas and nays of the members of either house on any question shall, at the desire of 1/5 of those present, be entered into the journal. Cool. So people can go, hey, remember that. And then we gotta. The Constitution is the law of the land. Neither house during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that which the two houses shall be sitting. Section 6. Section 6. The senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their service to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. They shall in all cases except treason, felony causes exemption. They shall in all cases, except in treason, felony, and breach of the peace, be privileged from arrest during their attendance at the session of their respective houses, and in going to and returning from the house, and for any speech or debate in either house, they shall not be questioned in any other place. Okay, that makes sense, because they don't want to have people, loop around and do a secret meeting and, change things as bad actors would. No senator or representative shall, during the time for which he was elected, be appointed to any civil office under the authority of the United States, which shall be created, or the emoluments whereof shall have been increased during such time, and no person holding any office under the United States shall be a member of either house during his continuance in office. Oh, I think it's you can only have one seat at a time. That makes sense since we only have one ass at a time. All bills for raising revenue. Oh, Section 8, my fine feather friends. Section 8 is housing. This is Section 7. I'm a silly goose. Section 7. All bills for raising revenue shall originate in the House of Representatives. Does that mean the president does not have the power to levy taxes upon us? You know, you pay the tariff, right? That was something that my dear Miss Schrader in my 7th, 8th, 9th grade. No, I had her 8th year. I had her in 8th grade. And she's like, these tariffs, God, I think it was the Stamp Act, made the 13 colonies real mad. And that's kind of what led up to the Revolutionary War. They kept raising taxes up and up and up. And in addition to that, we were not reaping the benefits. The colonials were not reaping the benefits of the taxes. They didn't get anything for them. They were just totally on their own. And then Britain said, give us more money. And the colonists went, oh, hell no. And now we're here. Section 7. All bills, revenue shall originate in the House of Representatives, but the Senate may propose or concur with amendments as on other bills. Okay, that's reasonable. Every bill which shall have been passed the House of Representatives and the Senate shall, before it becomes law, be presented to the President of the United States. If he approves, he shall sign it. If not, he shall return it with his objections to that house in which it shall have originated, who shall enter in the objections at large on their journal and proceed it to consider it. If, after such considerations, 2/3 of that house shall agree to pass the bill, it shall be sent together with objections to the other house, in which it shall likewise be reconsidered, and if approved by 2/3 of that house, it shall become law. I wonder. Yay! He waved at me. We like that. We're friends. Shall become law. But in all such cases, the votes of both houses shall be determined by yeas and nays, and the names of the persons voting for and against the bill shall be entered into the journal of each house respectively. I really like that, because then we can see who votes to keep things like child marriage. If you're voting yes for child marriage, you're a pedophile. Why would you want to marry a child? Why would you want children who plenty of people go, they can't make choices. They don't know what's up. They shouldn't do anything to their bodies till they're 18, this, that, the other. Like, going to war is 18, getting tattoos and piercings is 18. Ooh. My bus is here, bye.